Hello, thank you very much indeed for sending me the video of your complete grade performance. It's sounding very good indeed. There is absolutely no doubt about this. To be honest, there's very little I want to say. I was going to put it in an email, but I thought no, you've taken the time to send me a video, so it's only right and proper that I reciprocate. And just a few sort of tips really. So first of all, with the Rowboat, and I'm afraid this is where I'm going to have to be really boring and say I don't have any. I think that was a really good performance. Excellent dynamic contrast between the MF and the MP bits. You're bringing out the melody in the left hand during those MP bits. Lovely musical shaping at the end there with the rits and the kind of dying away. I just thought that was absolutely wonderful. Almost a Canon, really good. You sorted out all of the bits and pieces that were sort of causing a few problems with this. It's all sounding fine. My only two suggestions with this, one is concerning dynamics. I didn't really get a sense in the recording of the dynamic change on that last line, especially where it suddenly drops to piano at the end of bar 15. It's sort of, I could hear a bit of a crescendo on line 3, but then it sort of stayed mostly loud until the very end. So if you can kind of just bring out that sudden drop to piano more, that would be really good. And the other thing, and this really is me being a nuisance, this is not the end of the world at all, but if you really want to blow them away with this, if you really want to kind of get this down to an absolute fine art, your articulation in the right hand is really good. So in the main theme where we've got staccato, staccato, slur, staccato, long note, da, da. That's really good. When you have the theme in the left hand, the subject in the left hand, the B, so that second note, also wants to be staccato. If you look, for example, at the beginning of bar 6, that first left hand note is staccato. Now that is really hard to do because that staccato comes at the same time that you're holding the long note with the right hand. But if you can get those staccatos in as well, those Bs basically, at the beginning of the left hand's go, then all the better. Because it just really helps separate out the right hand and the left hand, so it sort of sounds like really good stereo sound where you can clearly hear one of the left hand voice coming at you and the right hand voice coming at you as sort of like separate kind of strands. So that level of detail is awesome if you can kind of get it in there, but that really is quite tricky to do. However, I have no doubt you can do it. Last but not least, Shepherd's Melody. I thought this was really good. The only thing with this one, the slow bit of this, the first bit, it's really hard to judge the tempo of that. I thought on this recording you played that a bit too slowly. I would practice that bit with the metronome. It's marked at 56, which actually isn't that slow. Anything around that, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly 56. I always think sort of plus or minus 10% for a tempo marking is absolutely fine. So anywhere between, I don't know, 50 and say 62, 63, so that sort of ballpark is absolutely fine. But I would just speed that bit up a little bit, quite honestly, because otherwise that bit just goes on for a bit too long. But that's not a criticism of you, that's just the composition. I think that it does want to be slow and kind of sort of ponderous and sort of reflective, or however it makes you feel. But it also needs a bit more movement, just because otherwise I think it can sound a bit stale, if you see what I mean. What lovely kind of lively playing with that second bit. That's really good, and excellent kind of dynamics and shaping when you go from the happy bit back to the sad bit. I could really hear the diminuendo, I could really hear the rits. That was really good. Only suggestion with Shepherd's Melody, like I said, is just I would get that first, the largo bit a little bit faster, even though it's lager, which does mean very slow. But well done. You've done so well with these. Really super proud of you. And yeah, have a lovely Friday, and I will see you very soon. Bye.